Keep sticking to it. I promise I'm going to make the song as soon as possible. I promise. The song is coming. that's that's the hook though. That's the hook. I am excited about the live today. I am excited about the live today. What's up, TikTok? What's going on over there? I am excited. How's everybody doing today? Happy Wednesday, hump day. How's everybody doing today? How we feeling? How we feeling? Hello, mom. Hello, hello. How we feeling today? You know what? All right, y'all. Today's live is on reality. It's on reality. It's on reality, guys. We're gonna be talking about reality. Do y'all know we are all living in different realities? But there's only one reality that matters. That's only one. Yours. That's it. Nobody, no other reality really. Like, comment, subscribe, and share the video from wherever you are. I'm gonna see if I could. Oh. Oh. Okay. All right, guys, I'm gonna get started. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get Facebook as engaged as possible. We just have so many issues over here. We really do. There was so many people commenting and on there, and I couldn't see them yesterday. What's up, Drea? We missed you yesterday. The Instagram ambassador. What's going on? My mom said people have their own perception of reality. If that is not the truth, we are talking about reality today, guys. That's what we're talking about today. I'm gonna help you with reality. Here's the thing. I've realized that a lot of people who are stuck in certain mental roadblocks, depressions, and um, feelings of anxiety, they're living in a world that's keeping them stuck, not understanding that almost none of it matters. Uh, Drea, my mom said, cousin. Drea talking about her check gonna be $2. You get big bucks over here on the Key Sticking to It team. You know Key sticks to it. To that money. It's like, no, let me stop. Jaya keep talking about I'm docking her pay. Don't get my mom started on that. She was saying I'm docking her pay from Set It Off for like a good 19 months, bro. She would not stop saying I'm docking her pay, imitating Luther from Set It Off. So please don't trigger my mom talking like that. I would love to get through this next segment of life without my mom talking like that. Oh God, my life, my life, my life. So yeah, let's get back to reality. That's the topic for today. Y'all, we have to understand something. Every person is super consumed with what they care about, what's going on with their situation, their kids, their money, their wants, their dislikes, right? Yet every human being thinks the world is revolving around them. Here's the thing. It I believe it is. I believe you create your reality. I do. I do. But at the same time, guys, everybody should be concerned with their own world, that your world shouldn't matter to them. And you should be so concerned with your world and your reality that you shouldn't be concerned about everybody else. I mean, come on. You should be super busy here. Why stress yourself out from every person, why are you stressing yourself out, worried about everything and everybody? Why? That is too much work here. And the reward that comes from all the focus here should be enough. That reward is too rewarding. You literally put yourself out of misery by executing different tactics, getting more equipped in how you deal with people, of knowing your triggers, managing how you respond, how you handle things. Don't you think you'll get just more outcomes from that? So that work this is where your focus is. That should be the reality of your focus. My mom said, this is Luther Janitorial Services. And if you don't like it here, you can leave and take I'm docking your pay. Yo, she was, don't, yo, reality is something special. It's something special. It is. We are definitely in all different realities. We are. It's a real thing. The reality is too, things is what it is. We try to bend it for our own understanding or our own situations. Hey Griffin, how was school today? What's going on? We bend realities to suit our personal needs. Yes, we do. We do. We think people care when they don't. We think we create a distortion to get through our days. We do. But the real reality is what it really is. Actually, things are super black and white. We make it very complicated. The reality is the reality. I like that answer. Great. Griffin said his day was great. Drea, I'm trying to focus. I'm trying to keep my mother focused. Do y'all know that's a full-time hard job to keep my mother focused? Drea said, and who are you, Mighty Morphin from Power Rangers? I'm docking her back. Can y'all stop? Listen, y'all know I'm really silly at heart. At the heart of, I'm serious, but I'm also very silly. My day was good, Griffin. My day was really good. It was really good. My mom said, lately people are fascinated with virtual reality and reality TV, which is not at all real. Yeah, let's get into that. Woo, virtual reality. Y'all, Mom, forgive me. I'm going to tell a little bit of our business. Thank you, Griffin. Thank you. So, for the most part, me and my mom agree about things we're going to do, right? We agree. There are times that we don't agree with what we're going to do. Morgan Freeman just got shot. Are you trolling? Okay, can you verify that, please, on a verifiable site like CNN? Something. We're not listening to the current administration saying that it's fake news, CNN. Morgan Freeman was really shot. My mom said one of her favorite movies. What's up, B? I see you on Instagram. But listen, y'all, my mom was wrong for this. She every day she was calling me, buy land in the metaverse. You remember that, Mom? She wanted to buy land in the metaverse, y'all. We just talking about virtual reality real quick. She wanted to buy land in the metaverse. So I'm looking, I said, well, how much is this land in the metaverse? Like, what is the metaverse, right? Come on, stop trolling. Stop trolling. We don't care about no Morgan. I mean, not like that. See, y'all got me saying the wrong stuff. All right. So anyway, she calling me every day. Metaverse. We got to buy land in the metaverse. I look, the land is like 11,000 for a parcel. So I'm like, y'all, I almost always do what my mom tells me to do. This time I was like, I don't know about buying no land for 11,000 in the metaverse when we can get land in real life that we can touch and feel and build on, you know? So my mom like, no, you can build in the metaverse. I couldn't wrap my head around it. I couldn't get there. I couldn't get there. I didn't think it was maybe somewhere in the future, maybe, but I couldn't get there. I don't know why. Thank God I didn't get there because we would have lost a lot of money. So here was the thing about that whole reality, that whole virtual reality, right? Is that and see that was a time where everybody was home. So it was like, yo, you could be home. You can go to a Snoop Dogg concert in the metaverse. You could go shopping in the metaverse. You could go to people's houses. You could visit people, right? So it was a concept that seemed like that's where everything was headed, right? Wait, my mom talking about you wanted to move next door to Snoop Dogg in the metaverse. Y'all, my mom called me every day to buy a parcel in the metaverse. This is a real story. She called me every day. Now I wanted to be next door to Snoop Dogg. I mean, if we was going to do it, we might as well do it big, right? I might as well. All I gotta say is thank God we didn't do that. Here's the thing: it's all good in the metaverse till it's time to eat in real life, in reality. Your avatar is all in the game, living lavish, and you busted and dusted in real life. It's all good. I keep saying till it's time to eat a sandwich in real life. So that's very interesting. This virtual world, this virtual reality that we have going on amongst us in reality. Then we have stuff like reality TV. So it's all these different realities, even the reality that people create on social media. Is that even what reality is that? What people are creating on social media, what is that? When people take a picture, y'all, they take 10 pictures, post the best picture with a filter. So what reality is that? Yeah, we create our realities. Now, what I want, as always, is for the things that we do to benefit us. That's what I want. We have to make things benefit us, benefit our mental, emotional health. I'm gonna tell y'all, one of the hardest things about coming on talking to y'all every day is I look different to me every day. I look different every day. Some days I look beautiful to me. Some days I look like, oh, Key, you still gotta go live. It's like I still gotta go live. No filters or nothing. I'm just on here talking to y'all like this is just what I have to do. My mom said I heard the brain can't tell the difference between a dream and reality. My mom said social media is fake. With that being said, between a dream and reality, like I told y'all yesterday, you can only obtain as far as you can see. If you can get in a winning sort of mode, oh, thank you, mama. My mom said you look beautiful every day, daughter. That's what mothers like her are for, to always encourage. But that is the hard part. Being a woman, you want to look great, you know? People in general want to look good. So having to get on here and talk every day is some days I'm sweated out. I just came, I'm all from the gym, but the message is more important than that. And that's what I know. So, but social media is it's a world that people create to cater to the image that they want to have, that they want to portray. And the unfortunate thing is we have kids, we have everybody watching what's happening, right? You scrolling, then the comparison automatically happens. You have people posting that they're going places or were just places, and they could have took pictures from that place months ago and make it look like they're out every single weekend, right? And then you're comparing yourself to that. Honestly, all of the information that we have available to us through the internet, through social media, is really not natural, and it's an overload mentally, and it bogs people down. It's a reality that you're in, right? Everybody's picking up their phone. Oh my God, it happens to me all the time. If I'm going to look for a certain email, a certain message to get something done, I'm distracted by all these notifications from every platform you can think of. And that's where my focus goes to. And then whatever is going on in there, whatever they want to tell me, whatever they want to say, I'm at the mercy of. And imagine a child who can't really process even their, you know, academia, and they have to now process the social part of everything going on that they see. Not to mention when these little kids fall in love. Lord help us. Lord help us when the kids fall in love. The phone is the problem with the kids falling in love. It's the alerts that the phone gives, is setting off those hormonal reinforcements that they can't handle. Adults can't handle it. Kids certainly can't handle it. So, in terms of our mental health, when it comes to reality, the best way to look at everything is in a more scientific way, in a more factual way, right? Like a person with anxiety, they walk out the door every day thinking about everything that could possibly go wrong. And really, the percentages of something going wrong is probably slim to none. But that's what's stopping them from functioning, is really a false set of realities because it's coming from experiences, traumas, and things like that. And we have to manage these thoughts. I mean, what was a reality for us as a young person, in the teens, in our 20s and 30s? Reality is totally different. We have to analyze what is our reality and keep that going. Because we create our realities. Y'all do know that, right? Like we create our personal reality. So if we want to think everybody's looking at us, then everybody's going to seem to be looking at us when we walk outside. That's what the reality is going to be for us. If we think we the best thing on the face of the earth, that's probably what reality is going to be, because that's where our head is at, and that's what is going to happen. If we think we are down, dumb, dirty, that's what the reality is going to be. You see how much power you have when it comes to reality? My mom said the world we are currently living in, you question everything. With social media, the narrative can change to fit what people want you to believe. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, reality TV, they're saying cut action. People watching this stuff thinking this stuff is real. It's a shame. Then the people say, well, I'm just acting out my real life. It's acting. It is. It's acting. And honestly, streaming is sort of the new reality TV, to be real with you. Yeah, streaming, like what I'm doing right now. It's the new reality TV that we can control on our own. This is like what everything is segueing into: streaming platforms. Be mindful of this. Be mindful of what world you are creating for yourself, and if that is putting you and your children and your family in a state of misery. My mom said, create a positive reality in your mind. Exactly. The world is exactly what you create. And like I said to you a million times, once you start getting the outcome after doing so much reflection and work on yourself, and you start getting the outcome of what happens when you do that, this is the real reality. This is not a game. When I say things, everybody's living different. I mean, if you come to Philadelphia, guys, you can visit 10 different people and walk into 10 different households, and there are 10 different realities in each of those households. 10 whole different vibes, 10 whole different energies, 10 whole different perspectives. You know what I'm saying? But they all living within one city. Everybody's living different, thinking different, feeling different, different outcomes. Y'all don't realize how much power y'all have. Y'all don't. We are wasting power on a daily basis. It's being wasted. It's being poured right down the drain. You have the power to live an amazing life every day. You have the power to do that. But with the inability to set boundaries on people who are not good for you, places that are not good for you, indulging in things that are not good for you, with the inability to set those boundaries, you will not enjoy your life. You will not create the reality that is beneficial to you and your family. My mom said before social media, I enjoyed reality TV. Now they run to social media to share a narrative to make them look good. Yeah. Yeah, everybody's trying to control. Y'all, people create any story they want and push it out there. None of it is really real. I don't like most stories that I hear, most of it is not real. They put out stories, oh, this just happened. They're just trying to control the narrative. Most of the stuff y'all hear is not real. What's up, TikTok? What's up over there? What's up with y'all? Yeah, it's not real. What's up, Facebook? Uncle Jukebox, what's going on? Love you too. Do not let this power go to waste, guys, that you have. You have too much power. You have jurisdiction over your life. You really do. Stop living at the mercy of mental roadblocks that you just can't get past. Let me tell y'all a secret. Depression comes from just not looking forward to what you have to do today. That's what depression comes from. Did y'all know that? Like you just wake up with no hope that today is going to be better. You don't like who you're going to see today. You probably don't like your significant other. You don't like the people that you be around. You don't like your job. You don't like it. You have nothing to look forward to in the day. That is depression. That's what makes you wake up and not want to get out of bed. You wake up like, oh God, here we go. These annoying kids, this annoying husband, this annoying job, these annoying neighbors. So then what? What is a job then? You have to create a reality that fits exactly what you like. That's all depression is that you just have no hope that today is going to be better. There's nothing different. But people don't realize that they have more power than they're giving themselves credit for. That's what people don't realize. And like my mom brought up before, if there is a mental imbalance going on, good. See a psychiatrist, get medication, and I'm against medication, but I'm all for medication that balances a mental imbalance. That's the only time I am for medication when it comes to things mentally. Because we want you to have a fighting chance at feeling good. My mom said people so consumed with other people think, be yourself, be honest, be humble, and always put one foot in front of the other, no matter what. I like it. Drea said, why you sound like me? It's like, no, I love my family. Cousin, that's how you wake up? Like, what's up? Cousin, that's how you wake up? Drea is funny, yo. Drea is really funny. What's up, Drea? You coming on today? I always talk positively to myself. That's right. Y'all have to listen, y'all. In order to create the reality that you want, when I did the live on goals, We set goals and we keep going and hitting it every day, the smaller steps that we outline to get to that goal. We hit that every day until we get there. My mom said I also try to encourage myself. Yeah. And in order to get this done, guys, we have to talk to ourselves. Listen, there's two entities at play when it comes to you. There's you and then there's yourself. It's two entities at play. You are never alone. God, and then you have yourself. Listen, you can give yourself the things you want, you need, you love, y'all sitting there like you can't give yourself the things that you want. Y'all sitting there powerless, like waiting for somebody else to come save you and give it to you and wonder why your life is miserable. We are the only ones that can give ourselves the life that we want and the reality that we want. We are the only ones that can give it to us. Nobody else can. They can't. They should be focused on themselves and giving themselves the things that they want so they can show up better for their loved ones. And if it's you, well, doggone. Because I can tell you right now, the people I love the most, I want nothing more. There is nothing more that they can do for me than to take care of themselves on a daily basis. I'm going to say that again. The people I love the most, there is nothing more and better that they can do for themselves than to love themselves at the highest possible way that they can love themselves so that they can show up even better for anything for themselves before they even think to show up for me. That's the best thing a loved one can do for me, is love themselves that much that they pour into themselves on a daily basis. Then you rejuvenate it. When you pour into yourself and mentally, emotionally, you are full. You can show up for everybody else. You can't show up for everybody else if you all depleted. It's impossible. It's impossible to pour from an empty cup. Y'all know that. Y'all, it's so many realities, bro. Yo, my mom is the youngest of 8 girls, and I promise you I can go to every one of their houses, and it's a different reality in each house. I promise you it's a different reality in every house. Everybody's living in different realities that they have created, honestly. My mom said every task I do, I make it as enjoyable as possible. I might break out in my favorite dance move. I've caught myself whistling. Okay. Yo, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. My mom is like super funny to be around. She is super, there's never a dull moment type of situation around her, ever. I'm more of a conversationalist, but my mom is more of like lit than me. Like she more like, but I'm definitely more of like a people person, more of a conversationalist than she is, but she's more of like a she's just popping. She honestly just popping. Like I'm probably not as popping, but I'm just better with people. That's the difference. Oh God, it's funny. All right, y'all. Where we at? Where we at on creating our own reality? That's the scale. Where are we at in terms of taking control and giving ourselves the reality that we want? Where are we at? 1. All right, y'all. The scale is 1. We are in a reality that we don't like, recognize, or want. Or 10, we are in a great reality that we want and that we have created for ourselves. Where are we at? Where are we at in terms of our personal reality? Where are we at? Where are we at? This is hard. 8. Okay, Kat. Kat is at an 8. Where we at, y'all? What's up, Facebook? Where y'all at? Who am I talking to? Where are we at? Where are we at, guys? The question is on a scale of 1 through 10 on our scale, we do a scale every live. Where are we at in terms of the reality that we are living in? 1 being, you don't recognize this life. This is not reality. This can't be life. It got to be more. That's 1. 10 is you are living your dreams. You are living in the reality that you have created and you wouldn't have it no other way. Where are we at on the scale? Where are we at? I'm pretty up there on this, but I do have issues in my favorite subject, but we're gonna do 7.5 for me. I do have the reality that I want, but I need to set more boundaries. I do. It's just the truth. I set a lot of boundaries though. Like, I said a lot, but I need to set a lot more in this next chapter. It's just what it is. It's just what's gonna happen. I will be setting more boundaries. Just gotta happen. That's it, y'all. The reality that you create starts with setting appropriate boundaries. There are certain things you can't do. There are certain places you can't be, certain people you can't have around you. It's that simple. If you want to create that reality, you have to be able to set those boundaries. Imagine being super consumed with toxic people, and then the people that come around that are are super beneficial to you are out of the way. They can't even penetrate because you're too consumed with the toxicity. My mom said I was on the phone with my sister the other day, and she said, "Did you just start whistling?" I said, "Girl, I'm about to break out in the song. Surround yourself with the things you love." Exactly. Do y'all know a big part of this is that people really don't know what they like? If y'all don't, Donna, thanks for the love on Facebook. Thank you. I did see that come through. We still working Facebook out. Sorry about that, guys. If y'all are messaging and I can't see, but I did see the like. Thank you. Did y'all know that in order to give yourself the things that makes your reality great, you have to know what you like? I have people telling me they don't know what they really like to eat. They don't know where they really like to go. They don't know what type of people they like to date. They don't know, huh? If you don't know the things that you like, please stop everything. When you have to tune in to you. And I get it. When you are around toxic people, toxic environments, you are all the way checked out. You are not in tune with you. And this is a big mistake. You want people in your life that makes you more in tune with you and your likes and wants because they're just super concerned with that. So it makes you concerned with that. A taker is never concerned with your wants and needs ever. Drea said, and try new things. I like that. Yeah, sometimes you don't know what you like because you haven't tried enough stuff. That's a great point. Try stuff. Matter of fact, everybody, make sure you have Chat GPT downloaded and go on Chat GPT. Tell Chat GPT all the things that you like for me, please. At the end of that, then ask Chat GPT, what are some events going on in my area based off the things that I just told you I like? And just go. Go by yourself. Y'all go to these things by yourself. You will meet more people. You will get more out of the event going by yourself. If you just can't go by yourself, okay, go with somebody. I don't recommend it, but just still go, do things. Going by yourself, people don't feel like they're interrupting you when they go to talk to you. You meet more people, I'm telling you. You meet more people. And you can leave when you want. You can stay as long as you want. When you with other people, you got to kind of compromise what they want. So definitely do more things. There are people who didn't fly anywhere till late. Then they finally flew somewhere and then they're addicted Sorry, y'all. We keep losing the stream for whatever reason. Sorry about that. But I like that. Try new things. My mom said, especially things that you think you might not like, try it at least once. Yeah. And here, let me keep going. Let me just keep going. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share from wherever you are. Thank y'all for watching this long. I appreciate it. Anybody watching it live later, please leave where you are chatting in. Hola, Mr. Montoya. How are you? Hola, senor. We are talking about reality today. We are talking about reality. Drea said yes, date yourself. Love yourself the way you feel like you should get that treatment. Love yourself that way. You know, pamper yourself. Don't sit back and wait for somebody else to pamper you. If you truly love somebody, y'all, you shouldn't even care or want or be waiting for them to pamper you. That should be extra additional. Thank you. Not waiting for nobody to treat me good, for me to be treated good. I'm already treating me good. What you treat me is the extra. You don't put that burden on a loved one. If you love your husband or your wife, you don't put that burden on them. You need them to keep showing up in the best version of themselves. That's what they should be focusing on. Then they could be a good wife and husband to you. But I'm going to treat me well, for sure. But y'all, this live on reality, we have to also realize this, that everybody is in their own reality in terms of we have to be okay with reality people are choosing, right? People are choosing different realities from you. And we need to be okay with that. Y'all are stopping people from living in their truths and what they want to do. We can't do that. We have to let people live in their world. Let them. Our project is right here. We have to focus so much on ourselves that we don't really have the bandwidth to think about what reality other people are living in. I could assure you, if I sat here and thought about the things that I want my loved ones to do, my brother to do, this person to do, I want my niece to grow up and be this, I want my nephew. Who am I to do all that? I'm not God. They might not want to do all that stuff. I want them to do what it is that they want to do. That's what I encourage. I encourage you to find out what it is that you want. I can't tell you. I can't identify that for my niece and my nephew. I wish I could. Instead, I have to expose them to different stuff and encourage them to tap into things that they like and want. I can't want more for anybody else than they want for themselves. This is a waste of time and energy that everybody indulges in. Oh, my son, I done did this and that. I done spent all this money and he don't even want to go to college now. He don't even. This is these people's lives that you gave birth to them, but you expose them to as much as possible. And if they make a decision against it or for it, whatever they're doing, that has to be on them. It has to be. What else you gonna do? You gonna take all the tests for them to pass college? Sorry, it don't work like that. They have to get up every day to get college accomplished. So if they're not willing to do that, what can you do? What you gonna do? Stress yourself out, pull your hair out because your kid didn't go to college and you set up a college fund since they was born? My mom said, "Don't let age convince you of not doing things like skydiving and skiing." Oh my goodness. Nah, my mom is legit. Like on her 60th birthday, we went over to Arizona. We had like a really good time. Um, you know, we did so many things. I really held no stops on her 60th birthday. And then one day, my brother booked some ATV ride in the desert. I was like, I won't be going. I know what I like. You understand? I know my limitations, my boundaries. I know what I like. I said, no. The heat, no shelter, the desert, sand. Mm-mm. It's not my thing. My mom said, I'll go. She's 60 on the ATVs, burning it out, doing this, doing that, keeping up with the group. I really didn't want her to go, really, but that's the stuff, she tries it at least once or something. Y'all, how about my brother? My brother is like such a daredevil, guys. Like he's such a daredevil. Like we had a mountain out the back of our house. He like ran up to the top of the mountain, came and jumped in the pool, hits his head at the bottom of the pool, come out the pool, blood everywhere. Like he's such a daredevil. And then he takes the ATV. They told him if you flip the ATV over, it's $1,000. It was something crazy. I don't know, $1,000, $2,000. They at the last 30 seconds of the whole tour of the ATV thing. What my brother do? Get to the very end and flip the ATV off. Yo. Thank you. What's that? What the heck Bigo just gave me? I ain't never seen that before. A big diamond came on the screen. My mom said support whatever their dreams are as long as it's legal. My mom said age will bring you back to reality though. Yo, I lasted 5 minutes on the ATVs. Oh no, really? I thought you went the whole race. Yeah, that ain't my thing. Yo, I don't think I'm skydiving. I'm not doing nothing. Yeah, it's not my thing. You said try it, not my thing. Drea said definitely let people be themselves. Yeah, I think that's a big part of our grief, y'all. We are not allowing our loved ones or just people in general to just be in the real reality that they're choosing. We're stopping them. We're resisting it. We're working hard to stop them. And it's easier said than done, especially when you have like a drug addicted parent or a drug addicted child. It's hard. And that's hard. You are like trying to block them from literally getting high. Like I see it all the time. And unfortunately, that's the reality that they're creating. Unfortunately, it's the saddest thing in the world because with the dynamic between you and your children and you and your parents, you'll just go to the ends of the earth for those two entities, unfortunately. So we have to set boundaries on our children and our parent the most because we'll go to the end of the earth with those two entities. We'll go all the way to the end. We'll consume ourselves all the way up and go always, and it will be inexplicable. We won't even be able to explain why we are exerting so much of ourselves and our energy, time, and money. It'll just be something that we just do. And it'll take us out. So, moral of the story. My mom said, yo, we were literally in the desert. I had to jump on the back of the instructor's ATV to finish the course. And that was petrifying. I prayed all the way, but I'm glad I had that experience. See? I dodged that bullet. I was like, desert, AT, don't sound like my thing. Don't sound like my thing. And my brother, so my other brother is a severe daredevil too. Like they're both daredevils for real. Like my other brother, like he'll jump out of airplanes and stuff, I think. I'm not doing that. So he better not book no crazy trip where he's like, oh, we're jumping out of airplanes today. No, no, no. Your girl will not be jumping out. Okay. We can stream. It won't be me in the stream. I can tell y'all that. What's up, E? I see you. We are talking about reality. Wherever you are, please like, comment, and subscribe and share the live from wherever you are. We are talking about reality. We are talking about the fact that everybody lives in a different reality. That's what we're talking about today. And we also are talking about the power that you have to take control of the reality that you are living. Understanding that is really important to get to giving yourself the reality that you want and that best suits you. Drea said, I'm so good at letting people be themselves. People think that I don't care. I do care more than people realize, but I don't have the energy for other people's reality. Drea is the coolest thing. You cooler than the other side of the pillow, cousin. You is a cool. You cool. But yeah, I mean, it takes that. It takes going through enough stuff to be like, man, y'all, this is enough work. I'm telling y'all. Like, look at all the things I outlined in terms of goals on Monday. If you missed the live on goals, please go check it out. It's on YouTube. Click on live and you will see all the lives. But the one on goals, y'all, I love the one yesterday too. Look at the one yesterday too. It's on excuses. That was a good one. I like that live. But when I went over goals with y'all, Drea cracking up. Look at all those different categories that we have to focus on as people. We got financial goals, we got our family goals, fitness goals, business goals. We have too many goals to focus on, and those things have to be adhered to on a daily basis. I told y'all, when you outline a goal, you then have to get back to today and say, what do I need to do each day to get to that goal? And then what happens? You have to stick to it on a daily basis to get to that goal. You have to stick to it. How consuming is that? If you are outlining a million goals and sticking to all those goals, you shouldn't even have the bandwidth to worry about what anybody else reality is or what anybody else is doing. You should be super consumed with getting those things done. And here's the thing, it becomes so addictive the more you achieve. As you keep achieving, it just begets more winning and winning and winning and winning, more achieving, more figuring it out. Once you start seeing the benefit that comes with that work. I tell y'all all the time, that's what I want for everybody is for you to get on a path of results, because that becomes so addictive. Like, oh wow, I could really have this in my life. I ain't even know. And you start seeing the outcome from your work every day. You have to set the goal though. Y'all can't just be getting up, maneuvering every day, thinking you're going to get outcomes. It doesn't work like that. You have to set a goal. If you need to save 20, 30,000, 10,000, 1,000, think about what needs to be saved on a daily basis to get there, and when will you get there, and what you're going to do with that money when you get there. Have distinct plans for what you need to do to get like severe success. And as far as you can see is as far as you can achieve. If you can think about big goals, you can achieve it. It's all about your ability to stick to it. That's why they call me Keep Sticking to It. That's it. That's the formula. People looking at me like for some cheat code, that's the formula. Gain the information, stick to the plan. My mom said all things are possible through Christ, through Jesus Christ. You're gonna need some extra level of strength to get through it every single day. I will tell you that. God is the almighty and most powerful of all entities to help you through everything. That is my secret sauce. I have God pushing me through everything. My mom said two people can be at the same event and will share two different realities of what occurred. Hey, y'all getting me? I love it. Y'all are getting my point with this whole reality thing. Y'all are getting me. This is exactly what I'm saying. This live on reality is exactly the point of what I'm trying to make. is everybody is living in a different reality, and you can create the reality that you want. You can experience things better than or in a whole different way than you used to. If you have altered your reality, altered your thinking, every everybody's experiencing life based off of their reality. That can be amazing or that could be very unfortunate. It all depends on you, whatever that reality is. If you don't like the life that you are living, you have to make some serious adjustments. You have to outline exactly what it is that you don't like about your life. This is an emergency. This is not something that you sit back and play with and keep living a life that you don't want. If y'all are just coming in here, I said earlier, depression is only a person, either you have a chemical mental imbalance, which you should get medication through a psychiatrist, or or it is because you are not hopeful that today will be any better. You are just not hopeful that today will be better. You hate everything about what is expected to happen today. You hate everything about it. And that causes depression because you don't want to move. You don't want to face the day. My mom said they will summarize with their own perspective. Exactly. When I was getting both of my degrees, but let's just go all the way back. When I was getting my degree in literature, everything that we had to analyze, the text, right, was based off of our perception, right? But then you had to like justify. You had to justify what your perspective was and why, right? So everybody's paper is different. We all read the same book, but everybody's perception is different based off of their experiences, based off of how they're feeling in that moment, based off of all those factors. But we all come from different experiences. Some make us unhappy, right? Some of us genetically are kind of born with like a fun personality, some kind of a little serious. Everybody's different. It's important to know yourself well enough, know your triggers. If you are somebody that's super serious, actually, this is something you could really work at balancing yourself out. You can work at that. People don't think so. People are like, no, they're just going to take me for who I am. I'm just a serious person. I'm just going to be serious forever. I just don't want to play. I ain't got time. Da, da, da. Around the right people, I bet you those serious people be having fun. You're just not around the right people. You're probably triggered on a daily basis, to be real with you. Find your people. I say be alone until you find your people, because y'all are around the wrong people, most of y'all. And y'all are triggered, y'all are mad. People not understanding you, people not on the same page as you. You mad, like, because you're triggered. Be alone until you find your people. Because we don't need you all triggered. Then you find them amazing people that bring out the best versions of you and you already burnt out. We don't need that. We don't need burnt out people. We need ignited, inspired people. Keep studying things that you like. That ignites you. That ignites you. Information ignites people. Ugh. Y'all stressing me out, and I'm just talking to a bunch of cameras, and y'all stressing me out. Like no, say no. I'm not sure what our lives are going to be on for the rest of the week, but make sure you put your notifications on and subscribe from wherever you are. Today, I just had to get on here and talk about reality because I realized that we are all living in the same world, but in different realities. Like, you got some people that it's a norm to have $5. You got some people, y'all listen, let me tell y'all how different realities are. I could take 10 men, black men that are all 25, that are from Philadelphia. I could take 10 different men, all black, all 25 from Philadelphia. You'll have one man that $5 is a lot of money. I mean, or $5 is like money. You'll have the same description, black man 25, and $50 is something that they play with every day. Same age, same description, 500 is something that the person play with every day. Same description, same age, 5,000 is something that the person plays with every day. Same age, same description, 50,000 is something that they play with every day. Same age, same description, 500,000 is what that person play with today. I can go on and on. It's 25 black men that's making 5 million this week. Everybody's in a different reality, guys. You know that? Everybody's in a different reality. Like, so your reality and this person's reality and that person's reality. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When I get on here and talk to y'all, I have to bridge gaps through realities. My mom said, any suggestions? What's on y'all mind? Yeah, what's on y'all any topics that y'all want me to cover? Thank you to everybody who watches the live later. I really appreciate it. I see all the views later. If you have any suggestions, please leave in the comments. I see them on YouTube. Everybody watching, you can watch previous lives on YouTube. Just keep sticking to it, all one word, and go to live, and you can see all the previous lives. I love the one on excuses. There are some that I personally have fun doing, and I really liked the live yesterday on excuses. Please check that one out if you missed it. Trauma was really hard for some reason for me to get through, but I really liked that. I thought that was effective, and childhood also was good. Check those out. My mom says, stay humble and always treat everyone with respect and dignity. Yes. Listen, y'all, in this life, you don't get away with nothing. Nothing. You do wrong, wrong is coming back. It's coming like a thief in the night. Do the right thing. Treat God's people right. These people on this earth, these are God's people. You treat them right. Who are you? You don't treat people bad. Who are you? People make excuses to treat other people bad. Wow. Treat people right, y'all. People are probably suffering. If you can't deal with somebody's behaviors, get away from them. But don't treat them bad. You hear me? These are God's people. God made everybody. Yep, so that's what's going on. Today was cool. I think we hit some good points about reality. And the last point I want to say is just remember, you create your own personal reality. And how amazing is that? I'm going to tell y'all something too. Mom, we forgot about this. Some people's reality is based on how well they can convince you that whatever reality they are creating and story they are packaging to you and selling to you, if they can convince you that this is true, that's just as equal as real to them. A lot of people in Los Angeles take on this sort of mental state of being. I know people like this. If they can convince you of the lie, it's just like reality to them. My mom said, create a happy and productive reality. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Beware of people who live in a world of what they create falsely. People are creating this, it ain't real what they're creating, and they're selling it to you as real. Beware of that. Especially if you get into a romantic relationship or business dealings with people. This is very important. We do not want to be in bed in business and we with a con artist. That ain't it. That's not it at all. You in business with a whole dope fiend. Wow. Praying for y'all. I love y'all. The Instagram kicked us off? Did we hit an hour on Instagram and they kicked us off? I love y'all. I will see y'all on the next review. Please put your notifications on. Can't just cut me in. Can't you just cut it in? Like, what's up? All right, y'all. I will see y'all on the next live. Put your notifications and please subscribe and share. And anyone who is watching it later, please answer the scales and put any suggestions for any possible topics. My mom said, beware, y'all. Yeah, beware. Beware. Beware of the flim flam scam of the reality. They sell you a whole reality in a bow. Best convince you life is rainbows and unicorns, and it is hell with them. That's all I can tell you. That's all I can pretty much tell you. Beware. You don't want to find out when you're pregnant. Now you like, I just found out this. You just spent $100,000 on a business deal, and you just found out this. Beware. Beware. Love y'all. I will see y'all on the next live. Love y'all. I'm out.